How's it going, everybody? It's good to be back. It's good to be, yeah. Hey. Uh-oh, my channel is live. Uh, so we're gonna talk for a second about GameStop corporate offices. It sucks because I love the people that work at my local GameStop. They're fucking fantastic and amazing. But it's hang on one second. Okay, so the people that work at my, and you know what, to be honest, like 90% of the GameStops I go into have all been incredible people. You know what I mean? Willing to help out, willing to try to find you stuff. Um, Sorry, my nose is itching. And every time I have to deal with GameStop corporate office, they're extremely rude. It's like they hate their job. It's like they hate life. They're just going through the motions. And it sucks because I swear, like 90% of the people that I see working at GameStop stores are just like so happy-go-lucky and they enjoy life and everything. So I pre-ordered something like last August, right? It was a couple of it was these right here, actually. All right, it was these right here. Pre-ordered this, and this. They were supposed to release last September. They never did. Okay? So, not only did they get pushed back, but I never received them. So I go to cancel, and they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna send you a gift card." I was like, "I don't want a gift card. I want you to put the money back on my card." And they're like, "Oh, sorry, you don't get the money back. You get a gift card." And this is what I mean by how amazing the people at the local GameStop are. They went above and beyond to help me out. You know what I mean? They did everything they possibly could to be of assistance to me, and it blows my mind like how awesome they are at their job. And this is after I had already talked to the corporate office, and I was like, "So wait a minute, I give you money. You never send me the product. Um, I cancel the order, and you give me, and it wasn't like it was like 10 or 20 bucks either. We're talking about a couple $100 here." The dude was like, "No, you don't get the money back. You get a gift card." And I was like, "I don't want a gift card. I want my money back." And he was like, oh, sorry, you don't get the money back. And I was like, no, let me talk to your supervisor. And he was like, sir, on returned products, we give you the money. And I said, this isn't a returned product. This is a cancellation of an order. I understand if I'm returning a product. I totally get that. I would take the gift card in a heartbeat. But I'm not returning a product. I'm canceling an order that you guys never sent to me. Oh, yeah. Same thing. And I said, no, it's not. Let me talk to your supervisor. This piece of shit had the audacity to say, you don't get to talk to my supervisor. I was like, wait, what? And he was all, yeah, no, you don't get to talk to supervisor. And I was like, why not? And he was all, and I was starting to get mad at this point in time. And I feel ashamed because I lost my temper, and I wish I wouldn't have. But I totally get it. If I bought a product, I was sent the product, I received the product, I returned the product, and I don't have the receipt, I totally understand it. I totally understand receiving the gift card. I get it. Okay? I worked in retail for a very long time. But if I give you cash, or I give you my debit card, which is the same thing as cash, okay? And then you go, okay, I'm going to send you a product in a couple months. And 2 months comes by and I still don't have product. And then 3 months goes by, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months go by, and you never send me the product, and I cancel my order. Why the fuck am I getting a gift card? Why am I getting a gift card? I never received the product. I bought a product from you with cash, and then you just keep my money. I'm pretty sure that's against the law, correct? Can somebody please correct me if I'm wrong? But if and I have the receipt because I have the order online. I can look the order up online. I got the order number and everything. Okay? So that's my receipt. Is it not? Is that not my receipt? That shows you that I bought it online, right? So then for him to turn around and tell me, no, sorry, you get a gift card for a product that you bought from us that we never sent you. No, I'm sorry. That's not how the world works. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that if I do a cancellation or a refund, if I'm doing a refund and I have the receipt, you have to give me the money back the exact same way you received it. So if it's on a debit card, it has to go to a debit card, that same debit card. If it's off a credit card, it has to be that same credit card. Now, if I cancel my order, they should just cancel it and the money goes back to wherever it came from. And I never use cash at GameStop. I very rarely use cash at GameStop. I always have my card with me. I don't take cash with me to GameStop for obvious reasons, because I will spend it. If I have a card, it's for some reason it's easy for me to forget about the card. But I never take cash with me, mainly because I have any cash that I pull out goes right into my savings account. So I like 99% of the time I don't even have cash on me. And even if that's the case, right? Even if that's the case, okay, and I bought it with cash, I have a debit card on file. So why not just return it to that debit card? Because it's my debit card, is it not? I confirmed my name. I did my address confirmation. I did all that shit. And it pissed me off when he said, no, sorry, even though you bought a product from us that you never received, you're not going to get your cash back. Now, the people over at GameStop are fucking amazing. God, I cannot specify how amazing the employees at GameStop are. Not the corporate employees, the store employees. Because they fixed the situation. Whatever was going on with that previous dude, like he didn't bother explaining anything. I'm not going to go into the explanation of anything or how it got fixed. But I will say that if GameStop ever fucking crumbles, which I have a feeling they will, I hope every single one of those people lands in a multi-million-dollar a fucking year job, because they fucking deserve it. Okay, let's get back into this game. Where were we? I'm only going to be on for about an hour or so right now because I'm going out with a group of people this evening, and it's probably going to be the last time I see him for a long time.
Brother, an intruder!
All right! He's running away! Nothing!
Death in fear! Enough running! You can't win outside.
Hello? Hello. What time are you guys closing tonight? Not until 9? What you got? What happened to the 7? I'm more worried about you guys. Like, you guys have no idea what's... I mean, customers, we can deal with it. We can find workarounds. You guys have lives and shit outside there. Yeah. Especially with the economy the way that it is right now. Like, everything... We just went to Costco. We spent, like, I think like $200, and all we got were like hot dogs, some carrot cakes, and a couple loaves of bread and something else. Like, it was ridiculous, and it's insane. Do you guys eat duck eggs? Would you guys eat duck eggs? Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay, so duck eggs, they're technically not great for scrambled eggs or fried eggs. They're more used for baking. When you go to like 4-star restaurants and stuff like that, when you buy cakes and brownies and desserts, typically they're made with duck eggs because they fluff up more. And we have this overabundance of them right now. So if you guys want some, you guys can have some. If not, I don't want to force it on you. If you want some, I can bring you like a dozen. You guys can see if you like them or not. Okay. All right. Where are you guys moving to? Pine Grove. Where's that? Oh, okay. So you guys are going the other way. I was thinking it was up towards like Pilot Hill. Uh, oh, okay. So you guys should get better internet then. Oh, you guys have Starlink? Ho- Because you guys will be getting satellite connection all the time. So do you guys know anybody that's in the same position as you that has it? That, like, could you compare it to anything? Is it like CalNet? Yeah, and HughesNet doesn't even work. Yeah, we tried. We can't even get AT&T where we are, but we're trying to upgrade right now. And somebody told us if you can get Verizon, apparently Verizon has like a home thing that they do now, and we have yeah, that we have a friend that's because it's all 5G now, and apparently their home internet works fantastic. And he was like, if you guys can get the Verizon box, it works. It's better than Starlink. And I was like, really? So we thought about trying that. We've been on the Starlink list for months now, but with all the Ukraine stuff, we couldn't get it. Cause I guess he was giving everybody in the Ukraine. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to call and see what's up then, because CalNet, like at 9 o'clock every night, the internet drops. And that could be because the satellites probably go down behind the mountain or whatever. Well, that's what our friend was saying too. That here in like the next, I think 5 years, Elon Musk has another 10,000 satellites that he plans on shipping up out into the stratosphere. So, and that would be extremely fantastic and wonderful because then it make it easier for people like us to get internet. Okay, well, we're gonna go out. We're headed down to Folsom here in like an hour and a half, so we'll stop by over there on the way out. Uh, well, no, I'm probably just gonna pay those off just because my check wasn't as big as I thought it was gonna be. The guy that was training me had a heart attack at the office. Yeah. So the day that it happened, I didn't. So I wasn't with him the day that it happened because somebody called out sick, and I went to help them. And apparently, at some point in time, around 8 o'clock in the morning, he went into the bathroom at the office and just died. So my hours kind of got cut down the past few days, just because they're waiting for somebody to come up from LA to finish training me. Yeah, it it freaked me out because I was like, I could have been up in I've been training in the man lift with him, so it very easily could have happened 120 feet in the air, and I don't know how to operate the man lifts yet. And I would have been stuck up there until I figured out how to get that man lift down. If it, yeah, and yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I mean, I guess it was a blessing that whoever called out sick because we would have been down in San Francisco, um, if it wasn't because I got switched with somebody else, which flipped the schedule around. So if that person wouldn't have called out sick, we would have been in San Francisco up on a man lift at that time. But yeah, so I talked to Carson about the Dead Island and all that stuff already. I'm gonna just come in with my next check and just pay all that stuff off with my next check. Yeah, and then I was gonna bring in the Vike thing as well. And then you guys say, I mean, you guys will be able to sell it, right? Are you sure? Okay, I appreciate it. You guys are so fucking awesome. No, you're good. Okay, okay. Bye. You see, that's what I'm talking about right there. I don't get it how like GameStop has some of the most amazing fucking store employees I've ever seen, anywhere. Like some of the shit that they deal with. I was in retail for 22 years. I've been a store manager. I've done a district manager's job, but I've never had the title. I've managed multiple stores at the same time in different cities across the state. And I don't. I like they have the most amazing fucking employees on the face of the planet, and it blows my mind that's the shit that they have to deal with.
Move forward! You don't have real power. He's mending his wounds. Cannot hide your weakness.
Whew, that was rough. Okay, where? No, that's okay. Oh my God!
Someone was hunted here.
Very weak. Your blows.
You have sealed your fate.
Okay, let's see. Hey, can you guys hear me right now? Okay, yeah, you can. Alright, I gotta make sure I keep an eye on the time. Okay, so I have an hour. An hour, and then I have to get ready, and then we're out of here. Oh, God. Ah! Is there people still down here? Whoa, yes there is. Okay, I'm at 42% explored here. I think this was probably the hardest area.
Face me, Jedi.
How much do I have? Okay, I don't have enough for anything yet.
Turn back, Jedi.
Stim BD. BD, I need help. Thanks, BD.
Okay,
Good job, BD.
okay, I have 2 different paths I can take right now. Or... No, that's the shit that you need to climb with the tool, damn it. Okay. That's the way I came from.
Sacrifices. Set an example.
Ugh. Where am I?
This must be where the Knight brothers live. Through there? Not unless we have no other choice. Yeah, that figures.
Wait, let me go see what was the other way. This way. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Dude, did a tunnel collapse? Because I could swear that there was another tunnel through here. Red Dead Redemption R2D2? Yeah. No, he's still around. I think we see him at some point in time in this game too. If I remember correctly, it's been like 6 years since I played this game. Or it's been 4 years since I played this game. I know we see Darth Vader at one point in time, so if Darth Vader's around, R2D2's around. I mean, there's a shit ton of R2 units in this game. There's R2 units, R5 units, C3 units.
I see you. Have to try harder.
Yeah. Let me see. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. What's he got?
Hey, look, I'm dressed like a bunny, everybody.
Say hi, everybody. Can you say hi?
Like, what's that on my head?
Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Alright.
Bye, everybody. Look at my tail.
Yeah, Maul's floating around too. And I want to say that Maul's mentioned in the game.
Take him out.
Oh shit. Oh, they got cannons. Nope.
Pass by the gate? Up here!
Why didn't I heal? I hit up on the D-pad and I was like stuck. Come on. He always likes to do an after hit after you kill him. See, when I could swear to God that there was another tunnel over here. I could swear that this was a tunnel. Dude, I am tripping. I am tripping balls big time. Come on. I think Cal Kestis is such an awesome character. If I could add or change the Force, what would I do to it? I don't know. See, there's so many things that I don't know about. Like, is battle meditation really is still a thing? Battle meditation was the power that the chick had in the first Knights of the Old Republic. Like, does that still exist? If not, I would say if I could add or change to the Force. I don't know, it's hard because, I mean, I'd probably telepathy. I would probably add telepathy. I know forms of telepathy have been, not like mind control, and I know that you can sense how other people are feeling through the Force, but to know what people are thinking, I think that would be insane.
You lack conviction.
Get up! Dude!
BD, I need help.
Dude, why? Oh my God.
Come back here. Kill the intruder.
Dude, I was like stuck right there. Why am I double jumping? Why the fuck am I double jumping right off the bat?
Toss me one, BD.
I don't know why. Look at this. Watch. I'm double jumping right off the bat.
Help, BD. BD, here. Just in time.
Oh shit. Hey. Yeah, adding or changing to the fort, that's a hard one, man, because there are so many things like pockets that, like everything that I can think of is probably already out there. But like getting people to do shit, you know, that's already in there.
I'd say these vines are too creepy for Grease, but...
Changing how you look to other people, that's in there. Moving things with the mind. Being able to sway how battles operate. Sometimes it feels like it. But no. Tony Hawk is a descendant of him. A long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away. Tony Hawk's great grandpa to the millionth. You know what's crazy if you think about it? Star Wars could be true. It could be true. Like, this could all be true. All of it. All of it could be true. You know, reincarnation could be real. And, you know, George Lucas could have been Luke Skywalker a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And, you know, something happened. You know, some great cataclysm happened that wiped out this universe. And somehow, some way, you know, pockets of civilization started to evolve that, you know, couldn't evolve before because of the control that the Empire and the Republic had over the universe. Like, this takes place in like, even just to the other side of our galaxy is like an astronomical amount of distance. But to go to, like, maybe 40 or 50 galaxies away, you're talking billions of light years and shit. But, like, if you actually think about it, dude, like, this could have actually happened, dude. Like, this could have actually happened. And there's no way to prove that it didn't happen, because we can't prove if reincarnation doesn't exist. I mean, it's a theory, just like Christianity or evolution. Like, we have no fucking idea. We have no idea, dude. Like, we don't even really have an idea of shit that happened 2,000 years ago, much less, you know, shit that happened 1 billion years ago. Like, this could all be some true shit that happened 1 billion years ago, and reincarnation could be real, and George Lucas could be Luke Skywalker from some ancient fucking timeline, you know, in a galaxy far, far away. Like, and, you know, civilization was brought up, and somehow, some way, you know, like, our society gets up to a certain point in time, we reach out to the stars, we build up a new universe, and then that universe collapses in on itself, and then, you know, so, I was talking about this with somebody, and we were talking about the Library of Alexandria. And the Library of people don't understand how smart ancient civilizations were. Like, you think ancient civilization, you think of some fucking hairy ass, you know, fucking half Homo sapien, half Neanderthal thing with the big old fucking steer and a rock and fucking ooga ooga, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I think of when I think of ancient civilization. I think of, you know, fucking men wearing cheetah print fucking onesies and women with fucking buck tooth goat and, you know, fucking... I mean, this is very true. I mean, there's a lot of people that think that there used to be a civilization just like ours on Mars millions of years ago, and something happened, some crazy fucking event happened that wiped out civilization, and then over the million years of the atmosphere just breaking down, and the 1,000-hour-mile sandstorms just wiped everything fucking away. I don't know, like, It freaks me out. So there's this there's this I think you would call it a scientific notion. There's a scientific notion that talks about genetic traits, and it talks about phobias. And I was listening to this scientist talk about, or it was a neurosurgeon, and he was talking about how you ever meet somebody that has this like crazy irrational fear of something, like people that have irrational fears of public speaking, or people that have irrational fears of spiders and stuff like that. He said those are actually genetic traits that come from early primitive human beings. And let's say there was, 1,000 years ago, or let's say 30,000 years ago, there was a Neanderthal named Everything You Nerd, right? Everything You Nerd is a Neanderthal that's out here, and he's hunting a woolly mammoth with his pack, right? And Everything You Nerd is waiting in this bush, and all of a sudden, this spider that's like the size of a fucking car tire jumps out of the bush and bites off half of his fucking face. That's scary, right? That's scary because that's how big spiders and shit used to be. In fact, they say that lobsters used to be land mammal or land arachnids or whatever you call them. Yeah, land arachnids. And they used to be about 4 feet long. But since they converted to life in the ocean, they ditched the lungs and developed gills, which took a lot less energy, and they shrunk down in size. But, you have these spiders that are the size of, big-ass car tires, just eating fucking pigs and shit. Well, not pigs, because pigs were the size of houses and shit back then, or they were the size of, full-on monster trucks. You get what I'm saying. That, spiders that weren't eating flies and stuff. And this spider jumps out of the bush, and all of a sudden, this overwhelming sense of life-threatening fear goes through your body. You know what fear I'm talking about. That fear of, fuck, I might die right now. I might die. And your heart is like, ka-kong, ka-kong, and you're just, you know what I mean? That fear actually imprints into your DNA. And then like, let's say I survive, Everything You Nerd survives that spider attack, right? He's got a mangled face. He's got 2 big old bite marks in where the fangs went in. Looks like he got shot in the face with a couple of golf balls. And he survived this attack because the other hunters, killed the spider, and then they took it home and they roasted it like fucking Hawaiians at a luau. You know what I mean? It's got like a cantaloupe in its mouth because it's way bigger than a pig. And so that overwhelming sense of our DNA, right? And then let's say Everything You Nerd, a couple years later, he meets a mate. She's Unga Bunga. And I take my club, or Everything You Nerd takes his club to her head. And, they go back in the cave and they do their thing, like cavemen and women used to do, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going based off of what I see in the cartoons. And then they have a kid. Well, in a sense, like that's how evolution kind of worked. Okay, so it took all those past traumas and all those past rewards, because a reward would work the same way. An overwhelming sense of accomplishment would work the same way. Oh, okay, this is how I make money. This is how I make fire. This is, you know what I mean? That imprints into the DNA. So that DNA then gets transferred on to my Everything You Nerd's offspring with the female Everything You Nerd. And then when that baby comes out, there's an imprint in the genetic code of spiders. And then that gets passed down from generation to generation. And that's why a lot of people, when they see a daddy longleg running across the ground, they fucking flip and lose their shit. And, 600 or 700, like, and he was talking about how when people have this phobia of public speaking, and he was like, there's a very simple explanation for stuff like that. Because let's say 1,000 years ago, there was another descendant of Everything You Nerd called everything nerdy, and everything you nerdy was accused of a crime that he didn't commit. Right? Everything you nerdy just it was before they had DNA and fingerprinting and all that, and they were like, hey, you did this, but everything you nerdy was like, no, I was with my wife out on the crop, and we were milling potatoes, and I'm on trial in front of all these people. It's because when I'm speaking, when everything nerdy is speaking, it's there. He was speaking for his life. So there goes that overwhelming sense of fear again, and it imprints into the DNA. And it just like when I heard that, it fucking blew my mind because all of my traumas in my life got imprinted into my DNA and then got passed on to my children. And it's just it's fucking crazy, and I understand now why I don't know, it just man it blew my mind. Stuff like that like really intrigues me because you're right, Ragamuffin. There's like so much shit they can't explain what consciousness is. They what our conscience is, they cannot fucking explain it. But there was a little girl about 10 years ago that died. She died. She was dead. She was dead for 4 straight fucking days. They were getting ready to do her autopsy to figure out how she died. They could not figure out how this little girl died. 4 fucking days later, as they're getting ready to do the autopsy, she raises up. And she's dead. She's dead. Her heart stopped beating. No brain activity. How the fuck does she remember who she is? How the fuck does she remember what carrots are? What school she went to? What color her mom's car was? How did she remember what she thought was funny? That's what they're trying to like investigate. Like, what is the human consciousness? Can it be transferred to something else? Can it be transferred to another human being? Can it get transferred into some external software? Like, how does the consciousness work? Where is it stored? What keeps it going? What causes us to keep memories? What causes our brain to function the way it functions? And it fucking blows my mind, and it's so exciting. I can listen to stuff like that for hours. Anything to do with like planets and stuff like that. And like one time I got stuck for like a month, and I was watching shit about foreign planets outside of our solar system. And they were trying to find a planet out of our solar system that had H2O in it. And not just a little bit of H2O, but a significant amount of H2O, because then that would symbolize a livable atmosphere. Because if there's H2O, there is oxygen. And wherever there is H2O, there's got to be oxygen as well. So they were talking about a planet that's like 100 light years away, and it was a huge planet. They were checking it out with the Hubble telescope, and it's a planet that's all water, but it's like the size of Jupiter. The entire planet is covered in water, and they were talking about how it would be like the water. If there was a planet in there somewhere inside of all that water, it'd have to be like 1,000 miles deep, or else the planet would like collapse in on itself. And they were saying that water at that depth, the water pressure would be so fucking strong that the water crystallizes and turns into a solid because the amount of pressure. And shit like that blows my fucking, like, that is insane. Water that is a solid water, not frozen, solid from pressure. You could have water that's 75 degrees, room temperature, and it is a block. It is a hard fucking block because of the amount of pressure pushing down on it. Like, that is insane. Well, and that's like the kind of shit that we're freaking out, and that was one reason why I struggled with, because I have to say now that I'm a little bit older, and I catch a lot of shit for this, but you know, with what the stuff that I did as a younger human being has kind of formed. I'm not like what you would call a traditional Christian, but I do believe in God. I do believe that there is some higher being out there, because whether it's a Christian God or a Muslim God or it's a Buddhist God, there has to be some sort of fucking higher being out there, because you do not get things from nothing. This iPhone didn't just assimilate out of nowhere. Somebody created it. You do not get materials for the universe out of nowhere. Something fucking created it. And the consciousness, I think you're right with that. I think it has something to do, because there's a lot about that kind of shit that they don't know either. You know, they're like ghost sightings and stuff like that. I'm not like, oh my God, I believe Casper's in my attic. But there have been moments in time where shit has been caught on camera or witnessed that nobody can explain. No, scientists can't explain it. Magicians can't explain it. It's just shit happens that people cannot explain. And what's that saying? The most illogical answer to something is the most logical. I don't know. I'm not really an intelligent person. I'm like mediocre intelligence. But they say the answer, however illogical, must be accurate or something. And there's just shit that they can't explain. There's like that one. There's a video in China that happened in China where they caught a fucking city in the clouds. There was like, it looked like a tear in the sky, and what looks to be a city up above in the sky. And then it like closed up. It's somewhere out there. But I mean, just stuff like that, just it blows my mind and intrigues me. Like what Elon Musk is doing right now with that Neuralink shit, where it's basically like the Matrix, where you have like a jack that's in like plugged into your brain, and you can like download information to your fucking brain. Like, what? What? That kind of shit is just, it's insane to me. You know what I mean? And think about it. Like, okay, so there's this kid that I work with. He's 20 years old. And I was talking about a landline. And I'm going to date myself and how old I am. But I was like, yeah, you know, when I was a kid, I was talking on the kitchen phone. And he was like, kitchen phone? And I was like, yeah, the kitchen phone. He was like, well, what's a kitchen phone? And I said, it's a phone that was on the wall in the kitchen, and it had like a fucking 40-foot cord, so you could walk around the house and still talk. It was geared towards like middle-aged housewives that were at home doing the dishes and stuff like that, and they could still talk on the phone and, you know, walk around and still take care of the chores. And I'm not saying that other people didn't use it. I'm just saying that was the market for it right there. I used one. So I don't want people getting because it's not what I'm saying and twisting my shit. But I was like, yeah, you know, I was on the kitchen phone talking to, and he was like, dude, what the hell is the kitchen phone? And I explained it to him, dude. Back in the day, we had phones that were on a cord that you fucking hung up. You know what I mean? And I said, way back in the day, when I was a kid, we had a phone that you picked up, you held it to your ear, and it had a dial on it, a circular dial, and you spun and it had numbers like a clock, 1 through 9. 1 to 9 and then 0. And there was a hole on the dial in front of each number, and you stuck your finger in that hole, and then there was like a metal hook at the other end. And so I would put my finger in 3 right here, and I would spin it around until I clicked that little hook. And then it would spin back around, and then I'd put I would go, you know, 8, da-ding, 7, da-ding, 6, da-ding, 5, da-da-ding, 3, da-da-da-da-da-ding, 0, da-ding, 9, da-da-ding. You know what I mean? And then it would make the call. And this kid was like, what? And I said, yeah. He grew up in an era where house phones didn't exist. Like, house phones are no longer a thing. I don't think I've seen a house phone in 10 years. I can't remember the time I've seen a house phone. I've seen office phones and business phones and stuff like that because all businesses have to have their own secure landline. But as far as walking into somebody's home, I haven't seen a fucking phone on the wall in a kitchen in a long time. I haven't seen a phone with an answering machine connected to it on a nightstand next to a couch in over a decade. Probably 15 to almost 20 years now, right? And those used to be in every home in America, in the world, okay? Now everybody in the... We were talking about how cars and technology changed so much over a few years. Like, I remember when smartphones first came out, it was like the BlackBerry, right? The Palm Pilot. And you had the little thing and you could do all your shit with it. Now, my entire CD library, my calendar, my phone, it's all right here. It's all right fucking here. And then we started talking about cars. And I said, dude, look, watch. In like 15 years, cars aren't even going to have steering wheels anymore. They're going to be mobile fucking bedrooms and mobile offices. There aren't even going to be office buildings anymore. It's all going to be in the car. Everybody's going to be set up in their car. They're going to have like their bedroom car that they sleep in, and then the car pulls up and just attaches to the house. And then you get out and it's going to have like your bed and posters and shit in it. And the steering wheel is going to be gone. And then the car is just going to drive itself to whatever your location is. Or, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that's exactly how it's going to be, but like, it's mind blowing. I would have never guessed 30 years ago that everybody would be walking around with a phone. Even when I think of phone today, I still think of this cordless phone that my mom used to have with this long ass antenna on it. And it was crazy because sometimes you could turn it on and you could pick up on other people's conversations. You could change a channel and listen to other people's conversations. And it was it was a very fun pastime. But just stuff like that is just, it's crazy. Dude, think about like even like something as simple as toilet paper. Dude, think like toilet paper's been around for like what, 150 years? Dude, people were wiping their ass with leaves. We were shitting outside. Dude, bathrooms in the home, unless you lived in a castle or something, or you were like related to the king and you lived in the castle, you shit outside in a separate fucking room from the house. It was called an outhouse. It was a room outside the house that had a seat in it with a hole dug in the ground below the seat, and you shit in there. Porta potties are the closest thing to what an actual bathroom is. They were just there. It's just mobile. That's it. Bathrooms used to not be in the home up until like 100 and toilet paper and the indoor bathroom, I think, came about the same time, because I think only royalty had bathrooms in their home, and back in the day, people used to all shit and piss in a community bathroom. Like, that's fucking crazy. I cannot shit 10 feet from my wife, let alone 6 inches from another human being. Can you imagine just like 5 of you guys just all sitting there shitting on a trough? Like, nobody gets up and like wipes their ass. They just wipe their ass off with some water in their hand and then just go on about their business.
So much fear and rage. How could could anyone survive here?
I mean, you joke, you put the little laughing emoji at the end of that, dude, but dude, human beings 100 years ago didn't have bellies, dude. They didn't look like this. They didn't have fat on their body 100 years ago, 150 years ago. There were big men, but dude, human beings were not fat. Fatness was like a sign of royalty. You were eating you were eating unnecessarily. But dude, you don't know how fucking right you are with that, and it scares me because you can already see the similarities between Wall-E and now, and it's fucking spooky. Like how wasteful our society is. Our society is like at this point in time period, we waste more in one day than generations did, like multiple generations did combined in the past. There has never been a more wasteful time period and a more destructive time period than now. Like, we have so many viruses and diseases and shit floating around because of how, like, disgusting our species is. That was the same thing that happened to, Europe when the Black Plague hit. The Black Plague hit because of a combination of all the rats and all the fucking sewage. Like, they didn't get it that you can't shit where you eat. And you know what I mean? They had rivers of shit going right through their fucking towns. But Wall-E, I see Wall-E as, like a lot of people think it's just like it's a cute Pixar movie. No, that movie scares the fuck out of me. Because we as humans, we as a species, are that fucking dumb. I'm not saying that people are stupid. I'm not saying that a person is stupid. I'm saying people are fucking stupid. Like, we as a collective are dumb. We're combative. We're indecisive. We're argumentative. We're entitled. We're just, you know what I mean? It's crazy. You can just turn on the local news and see how corrupt we are as a species. Like, when was the last time you saw a fucking cow, unalive itself? Or, when was the last time that when you look at, like, a pack of monkeys, when was the last time that you saw a monkey in a corner fucking... Well, and see, there's another thing, too. Because of this right here, it's done two things. It's desensitized us to other human beings. It's taught us, it's broken down the community. We are no longer a community. We're all individuals staring at a screen. And because of this, motherfuckers grew up without taking a fucking punch to the mouth. And it shows. You can tell there are motherfuckers out there that, yeah, that dude's never been punched in the fucking face. Never in my life have I seen so many people. And I don't know if this is still taught, but one thing, before my dad split, when I was like 4, I remember him telling me something one day. I called him a punk. I was like 3 or 4 years old, right? And we were walking along this levee that held in a river. And I had a melted Butterfinger in a big-ass paper bag, and he threw the fucking bag in the river. And I got mad, and I said, "Why are you being such a punk?" Before I finished the K in that punk, my dad picked me up by the neck and drop-kicked me down the levee into the river. Now, I know a lot of people might be like, "Oh, that's so abusive. That's so mean." But my dad was waiting for me at the top of the levee. And he told me, calling another man a punk is a fighting word. So if you're going to call another man a punk, you better be ready to fucking throw a fist. And I will never forget that. And I have never, since that day, I have never called another man a punk without getting ready, without having my fucking hands up. And it's the same thing to me growing up, how men talk to each other. Well, yeah, and yeah, dude, and that's mental disorders of that kind are a first world problem because, dude, when you look at like countries in Africa and shit, you don't see kids with ADHD, you don't see kids with fucking depression, you don't see kids with any of that shit, dude. Why? Because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know, hunter gatherer. They're they don't have all this weird shit to distract them. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, I fucking envy them because it's just like some of those tribes look like they haven't made. It's just them out in the fucking wilderness. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that's beautiful. But I have never seen in today's day and age. When I grew up, I was told a man that talks shit to your face and speaks highly of you behind your back is a friend. A man that speaks highly to your face and shit about you behind your back is a foe. Every group of guys that I've ever hung out with, we've all talked shit about each other. What's up, bitch? Ah, shut your mouth, dude. You know what I mean? Like, we talk shit. We sharpen each other. It's a wits. It's mental sparring. It's fun. It's rough. Gran Torino is a perfect example of this. When he walks into the barber shop and he's teaching the little Asian kid like how to be a man. That's exactly how I grew up. That's exactly how I was taught how men talk to each other. You know what I mean? It's just it's fun. It's games. It's not meant to hurt. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just talking shit. But I was told there were 2 lines that you never cross. Or, well, there's 3 lines you never cross. You never talk about a man's mom or dad. You never talk about a man's wife or girlfriend. And you never talk about a man's kid. Those are 3 lines you do not cross. And I have never seen so many people insulting, yeah, and I've never seen so many people talking shit about somebody else's kids or their wife or without getting fucking punched in the mouth. And to be honest, it sickens me, dude. And it's not like talking shit like making fun. It's like talking shit, like calling some dude's wife a whore. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if you're a friend or not. You call my wife a whore, you're getting socked in the mouth. You know, that's how it is. You call me a whore, I'll laugh and call you one back. You know what I mean? And it's just how it is. You know, those are just lines you don't cross. Those are things that you don't talk shit about. Those are things that you don't make fun of. And, dude, I'll see so many people, like I got into my son's retarded, and I had to just put the phone away, and I stepped away from Facebook for a long time. I had to step away from Facebook for a very long time. So, I need this one right here. Yeah, we need that one right there. Because, oh yeah, that's the one I need. They're just, and it's weird because I didn't have a lot of strong male role models in my life growing up. I was raised around a lot of women. So as a young kid, I didn't really have anybody to teach me how to be a man. This is all stuff that I had to learn either through the court system or, watching other people's dads. And it wasn't until my uncle came into my life at about 12 when I finally got, a good, healthy, strong male role model in my life. My uncle is probably the fucking toughest man I've ever met in my life. He's an old school contractor from, like one of those old school Southern Baptist contractors that, I shit you not, the guys that he was working with one day, I was watching them, and they were hanging sheets of plywood, and it was like on hour 14. It was like 125 outside. I was miserable, thrown up in the corner, and one of them nailed their hand with a nail gun to the plywood, and then took out a fucking hammer. First they finished the wall, set the nail gun down, kicked up their hammer, yanked out the nail, wrapped some duct tape around it, and then went right back to work like nothing fucking happened, dude. Like, what? What the fuck? Like, are you gonna go to a fucking doctor? This is exactly what doctors are for pussies. That's exactly what I was told. Doctors are for pussies and pregnant women. I mean, of course, it was just normal. They don't really think that way. That was just normal contractor, you know. Am I supposed to go that way? I am. Shit.
Another one of those things. This was an arena once. The Knight Brothers only respect those with power.
How many secrets? I need 3 more secrets still? Oh, no. Okay, those aren't secrets. They're fucking... Whatchamacallit? What the hell? What? What are you doing? Are you doing the moonwalk or what? This Hogwarts was a good game. I'm not going to knock it. I thought it was a good game. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was very interesting. I loved how they did the spell casting in the game. I'm not a Harry Potter person, so I wasn't really following the story too much just because the Harry Potter universe isn't really something that tickles my fancy. But that still doesn't change the fact that I thought it was a fantastic game. I thought it was extremely well done. I thought the graphics were extremely done well. I loved how you could get the different mounts and the flying brooms and all that shit. I thought that was cool. I do wish that they would have expanded on the spells a little more. But as for the spell play, I had a lot of fun with it. I loved how it made you couldn't just have everything at your disposal. You could only choose a certain amount of spells, and you chose different combinations of how to put those spells together. I thought that was done very well. I wish they would have had a little more to do outside the game. It felt like I repeated a lot of stuff, but I'm definitely hands down gonna have to choose this because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a total FromSoft fanboy. I loved From Software games. I'm one of those dudes that would hump FromSoft's leg if it was in front of me, just because I'm such a fucking fanboy. And I love the whole Soulsborne element that this game has. That's why I love all the Souls-like games that come out, and I play them all, like Thymesia and Mortal Shell, and I've got the Lies of P pre-ordered. I just downloaded Bleak Faith Forsaken. We're gonna play that as soon as I can figure out if my whatchamacallit, my Steam is working properly, if my computer's working properly with the camera and everything. I just love this whole format of gameplay. Sekiro is my all-time favorite game. It's my #1 favorite game of all time, and this very closely resembles Sekiro and how the combat and the building system, or the skill system in the game. Dude, there is just pathways all over the fucking place right here. Dude, what the hell? Oh, okay, there we go. God damn it, dude.
Looks like trouble.
This fight is mine. Advance on him! Follow him closely. Stop him from moving! Your blows are weak! He shakes in fear. Can't win, outsider.
Little help, BD.
He's mending his wounds. Where is your skill?
Stim here, BD.
God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to go this way yet.
There is no place for you here. The brothers will kill you if you stay.
Come. I'm certain they are no match for your power.
BD, got something to help me?
God, this game this area reminds me a lot of Mortal Shell. I actually have to hop off here pretty soon.
The Night Sisters used to call their leader Mother. She used powerful magic.
I've got to get back over to that save point. Okay, yeah, because I need to go up and investigate all this shit right here, and then I'll come back around. Alright guys, I'm going to end this here. I will be back in a couple of hours. I'm just going out with some friends because it's probably going to be the last time I see them for a long time. And I'm going to go eat some sushi with them. But I will be back tonight. We will return to this a little bit, and we're going to be doing Tales of the Iron tonight. Also, I just found out that No Man's Sky is in PSVR 2. So we're going to hop into No Man's Sky and give that a try over the next couple weeks. The only reason I don't like doing VR and streaming is because I can't see your guys' chat. And I can't answer any questions that you have. So maybe I'll just have like my kid sit by and just let me know if he sees anybody saying anything or anything like that. But let me know what you guys think about the not Tales of the Iron, doing maybe a No Man's Sky PSVR 2 walkthrough. Or not walkthrough, just a playthrough. And hopefully I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to hop back into my Bloodborne playthrough and finish doing my Bloodborne playthrough. I got to spend some time tonight doing some thumbnails for these videos because I've been slacking with that. I've had so much stress going with my new job and, you know, catching up on bills and everything. But that being said, I hope you guys all have an excellent day, and I hope to see you guys again either later tonight. And if I don't see you guys, have a happy and safe Easter. Remember, please, you guys, if you can, stay home tomorrow. Don't go out anywhere. When it comes to holidays and being out and about on the holidays, please remember that a lot of people are consuming alcoholic beverages and getting in their motor vehicles. And I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I'm not discouraging people to drink, but just please try to stay in your house. You know, a lot of people consume, especially like whiskey and everything, and I want you guys to stay safe. And Ragamuffin, thank you again for stopping by and having the great conversation. And for the rest of you guys, thank you, and I hope to see you again real soon. Peace.